Ji, Assalamu alaikum. When you're working with the MySQL database like MySQL Workbench, so there is no predefined database in this schema. So on other hand, when you're working on the Oracle, so there is a predefined schema on Scott Tiger called employees. So you can also import the same structure of employees DB in MySQL. So this is official website and there is a structure here. So in this structure, when you run the employees.schema, so there is a all basic structure will be created, and in this schema there is a dump file which can populate populate the data so you can use in your work. So firstly you go from the this link. This is the employee db on GitHub. Just simply go in this link. After that you will found the all schema and structure here. Just click code and download zip. So it will in download on desktop. So after downloading you have the this file. You just simply extract it. After extraction, if you go for the employees, which is actually the SQL script, and this is the data. So this is has only structure here, and this dot dump has the data. So if you open dot employee, so you can see that there is an empty structure here, and after that this source it is loading all the dump here. So in normal MySQL, if you go on CMD, so you can't access MySQL from any directory. So it can be usable from the bin. So simply we go on C drive, program files, MySQL server and bin. Now if you go this path and write CMD, so MySQL is now accessible. So I'm not putting a password and just checking. But if I pasted the employee.sql here, I just open the employee.sql. So this is a test DB. So we need employee.sql for empty structure, but we need a with data. So in with data there is a dump file. So one thing is that we just copied all the structure in the bin folder, but this is not recommended because in bin there is a many .dll, and after importing, if you want to delete the structure, so it may be accidentally delete the dll file, and it may be a problem for the MySQL running process. So one easy method is that you just copy the test folder in it and continue. But there is a problem when you open this file, and if you write MySQL, this is not accessible because we are not in bin, which is a test DB. So one is thing we can paste all the files in the root folder. This is not recommended. So one thing we can do, if we go for the found the, I just make a shorter name, just remove the master. This is GitHub main branch. Just continue. Now in testdb, I know that my all file goes in testdb. So I just modify this schema a little bit. It's just only path. If you see that this is a loading from the direct root directory. So we just put the predefined path in each source file. It will help to locate easily. Just it. Oh, I did not open by administrator, so I do it again because I'm not opening from admin because we are in C directory. So if you open notepad, right click and run as administrator, so it will not problem. Okay, I just save it. Okay, just open it and just see that there are changes are exist. Yes, now go back the bin directory to access MySQL. So just put the cmd, and in cmd just log in the MySQL first. MySQL backslash user root backslash t dash t for table view and dash p for password. So enter a password, enter your MySQL password. So you enter it in the MySQL uh, login in your MySQL. So you just we firstly will run the employee.sql. So write the source and now go the test folder first, test underscore db slash employee employ employee.sql. So you just follow the names employees. I just copied the name for the employees.sql. So now if I enter that in my script are modified and this path automatically found it. So just enter it. So there is no error here and your row will be inserted in by your default schema. It will take some time. So the easy ways, another ways you can paste all the file in the root directory. This is not recommended because if you delete after the this process, this file is not usable, so we can delete it. So sometime users delete .dll file, so it will problem in MySQLs. So just wait for the some time to import all the data with multiple queries. So in dump files we have the files here, so just wait down. So I pause the video now, because the process is take some time. After that you can see that all the schema has been loaded successfully. You just cross it and now you can delete this folder. There is no problem because there is a files mixed in the different ways, so it can problem. So you just simple delete it because we don't need in this file. So now just open the MySQL workbench. So there is a, when you log in the workbench, so there is administration and schemas file. You just simply right click it and refresh it. So your employee schema has been populated. So if your tables, there's a department, depart name, all the things are here. So if you have the employee, right click, select top 200 rows, so your data will be loaded in the proper format. So now you can implement some your logical here. You can use as a practice example, so it can help you. Thank you.